If you're looking to buy a house in Ogden, Utah that's older, what are some of the key things that you should be looking for and the costs associated with them? So today we're going to kind of go over four, maybe more. I don't know. We're just going to start doing this video, but let's kind of jump right on into it. Here's a map of Ogden, Utah. We started with a search of anything older than the 1900s, and then I went to 1950s to show you kind of a couple of the comparable things that you're looking for. But first things first, let's start with this guy. So built in 1900, not a bad looking guy. You can see that they updated the inside and it's real pretty. But one thing, especially in older homes, that you're looking for in these would be go and take a gander at the wiring, the plumbing, the guts of the entire home. What you really want to see, you can see these PEX lines. I think I'm saying that right, but they're updated water lines specifically. You can see that the electrical's been updated, and you can see that there's PVC here, and so they don't have old cast iron pipes in there. You want all the guts in these older homes, especially if they've been remodeled, to be redone. Because if you want to redo them, you've all of a sudden got to tear down all these walls. You see it more often than you like. Flippers going in and making homes really pretty and putting in all this effort to make it pretty, putting new drywall up and paint, but they don't update the guts. And I would rather take an ugly home that has updated brand new guts than a nice home that has old guts. Because then, regardless, you have to tear everything else apart when you're wanting to update the water lines. So that's something to definitely be pondering. The second thing that I'm always looking at is you're looking at the roof. What does the roof look like in general? And then you're also going to be seeing, see, this is not a bad look, but they've got like cobblestone and stuff for the foundation. And that cobblestone foundation's over 100 years old at this point. What year was this house built? 1880. And so it's not that it's good or bad or right or wrong, but you're going to just need to have somebody that knows what they're looking at with that foundation to be able to say, look, this is good or bad. And an inspector is typically going to help you, but there's a huge piece of it that it's just a home that's 140 years old at this point. And you're going to have some of these weird and code things on top of that, that the home wasn't living by a code that's at any realistic what of today's standards. And so when it was updated, hopefully well, that's another thing to be looking for as well. If it has been updated, you should be able to go and look for when it was updated and filed through the city and got a permit through the city. If it got a permit through the city and they updated the electrical, the plumbing, everything like that, they should be permits, there should be an inspection report, and that should give you at least one peace of mind that they did it partially correctly. And so on these especially older homes that have been updated recently, you're going to see that it's got double pane vinyl windows. Maybe it's triple paned. I don't. You assume that it's double paned, and you can see that a lot of those niceties are happening because it's been updated in the last 20 years. A big question would be then if you buy a home in the 1950s that has never been updated, and that's why I brought this home. 1918, it works. Let's say it was updated sometime between 1918 and 1950. When you're looking at homes like this, what you're also looking for is the type of window that it has. And in this right here, you can see that that's a single paned wood window. The trim on it is wood and it's only got one pane. And then it looks like they've got like an aluminum double paned window on the outside. But if you saw a home like this and it only had this single pane window, your airflow in the home or the amount of cold air that's going into your home is going to be quite a bit, and it's not going to hold heat very well. And so it's just something to be aware of, is that if you're buying one of these older homes, single pane windows, even no matter how efficient your furnace is going to be, it's not going to be as efficient because your windows are old. If you're wanting to update your windows, it's going to be anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. This is going to be one of your larger costs, and it's something if you're trying to buy a home that's low maintenance, that is efficient, you want to find a home that has good windows. So, just a fact. I don't know. I think that was just right about four things, but I think that these are super valuable. Here's things to be aware of as well. If you're buying a home that doesn't have updated walls or doesn't have, so you go look at these bad boys. They've been updated. This looks like it's drywall. I figure it's drywall. Maybe it's not, but let's say it's drywall. Drywall is about a quarter as heavy as lath and plaster. And so once you do want to start going out and refinishing walls, this might be old walls. These might be nasty because these trim boards look like they're really old. Doesn't matter. We don't got to get way into it or nothing. But this right here is lath and plaster. So basically they got like some concrete material that makes it so that the wall sticks onto this right here. And when you're tearing it out, you're tearing out huge chunks of like concrete stuff in the back of it. Super terrible, super inconvenient. Don't recommend it, but just realize your maintenance on an older home as well in general is going to be more every single time that you're wanting to do something. And that's why it's so important to be able to buy an older home at a lower price in general. It's because it's going to be extra work for you. It's going to be extra maintenance. So, with all that, last couple of things just to be blabbering out real quickly. Hopefully, you want to have an HVAC system set up in the home or pipes that are run around. In a lot of those older homes, it's super hard to run pipes to where they need to go. And so, if it's already been done for you, it's a big cost and a big concern that's gone. And a home that has HVAC system or a furnace specifically, typically it's fairly easy to put AC unit on. Where if there's no piping to it, there's no HVAC piping, and it's not easy to run it through this attic, you could run into some problems. But what are other problems in older homes that you've seen that have caused you problems or you advise buyers to be looking into? Comment on that down below. If this video helped you at all, like, subscribe, whatever, whatnot. But just in general, if you made it to this point, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas and hope you're doing well. Bye bye now.